Joy. Hey, everyone. Hey. So let me tell you about Ivan. I met Ivan while I was working at the Mid-States Minority Supplier Development Council. And he was arrogant, unfriendly, and not someone I wanted to be co-workers with. We even exchanged not so pleasant words over the volume of his music, so I was absolutely fine with not getting to know him. But, as we all know, God is in control of everything, and everything happens for a reason. And little did I know that Ivan would be the person that I leaned on the most when I was the scaredest when I was in St. Louis. We were in St. Louis for business, and we took a ride on the electric scooters you see around town. So we go outside the hotel, read the directions, and pay. So we're on our way, and I'm thinking, this is a lot easier than I expected. So there was a girl in our group that wasn't getting the hang of it, so I turned around and helped her. So I just know I know what I'm doing. So we're all going along, cruising, having a good time. Next thing I know, I hear this woman say, "Get back here." And this badass little boy, not Rebecca's badass, jumps right out in front of me. I swerve to avoid hitting him, sideswipe a flower bed, become completely unbalanced and fall, but I hold on to the scooter. So it drags me 10 feet before I let go. So here I am, laying on the ground with all these people around me, including my co-workers, Ivan and Steven. The first thing they say is call an ambulance. Saying that only made me think of the money it would cost for me to ride in the ambulance. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm like, just get me back to my hotel room. I'll be fine. So Ivan and Steven helped me stand up. Now that's when it all got interesting. I look down, and my left leg is going in 2 different directions, and I had cut my knee to the white meat. So the EMT arrives. I start feeling sick and start vomiting, tasting the tortilla chips I had just eaten. So, we're in the ambulance, and guess who rides with me? Ivan. Ivan's riding with me in the ambulance. So the EMT tells me that my knee looks really bad. Yep, that's what I wanted to hear. And that I'll most likely need surgery. So saying that, I immediately looked back at Ivan and started crying. So I get checked into the ER. I get an MRI and an X-ray to determine that I had dislocated my knee, tore my ACL, sprained my MCL and PCL, so if it ended in the L, I sprained it or tore it, and needed to have emergency surgery because they were afraid that my knee was going to become infected. So my co-workers, Ivan, everyone stays at the hospital with me until I get checked into my into my hospital room. I wish it was my hotel room. Into my hospital room. And Ivan comes the next day because he knew I was so scared because I was so far away from home, didn't have my mom. This was my first surgery. And the comfort he provided was so wonderful. And I appreciate it so much. So I was in the hospital for 3 days. And Ivan and Jerron stayed in St. Louis for me to be able to get checked out of the hospital. I keep thinking I'm in a hotel room. Get checked out of the hospital. So luckily we were in the company van. So they came and picked me up from the hospital. They made sure I had all the pillows I needed for a comfortable ride home. They stopped often to make sure I was okay, but to be quite honest, I remember bits and pieces of the ride home. But I know for a fact they took great care of me. They even stopped by the office to pick up my vehicle so one of them could drive it to my house, so that's something I didn't have to worry about later. This was the first time I had an accident to this magnitude, and I feel extremely blessed that I had my co-workers, Ivan, Steven, and Jerron, during this time. When I think say with my initial thought of Ivan, I would not have been open to receiving God's blessing of friendship. Never judge someone on who you think they are. I'll say that again. Never judge someone on who you think they are. Get to know them and know who they really are, and then you'll understand them. Ivan has been the blessing I didn't know I needed or deserved. The friendship, guidance, and support he has shown me over the 10 years is something I will always cherish and appreciate. Everyone deserves a friend like Ivan.